You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy. Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place. But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that. Oh, Paimon's sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying. Of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Plisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice the last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice. After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Shilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
Shilonen. Smith?
Yeah, not bad. And quite fitting, too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely. Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. There! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the, phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Tlasoli's central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
That means we can help Tlasoli and Machkin now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm Also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, before we get to that, I want to ask the traveler a question. What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. I've never been very good at that anyway. It's, hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses. From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nechka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past. Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nechka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. Nechka would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlasoli will...
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
Shilonen, it looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichka's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nachka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nachka control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nachka?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh, is Nachka up again? But what was all that noise? It sounded like something broke. Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's go have a look.
Nachka, don't hurt yourself.
Shilonen, is that you? You're Nachka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nachka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlesoli package up the book that Shilonen brought?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Shilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now. Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nachka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nachka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh! Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Yeah, Nachka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. Let's give her a proper celebration. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nachika's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nachika. Don't cause any trouble for Shilonen and the others.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nachika. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine. Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Ignal. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nichka too! Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about. I'm sure it won't be long before she'll be playing with Chanil and the others.
I hope so. Here, Ignal. This is your inscription. I've finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. Oh, by the way, I came across a piece of good quality ore a while ago. I was thinking of using it to make some pretty jewelry for little Nachika. I remember that Nachika would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring. Right, Nachika?
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nachika?
I would like...
Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an embercore flower design.
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birthday. Sorry, Nachika. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Shilonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nachika, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of echoes. It's normal for us to be interested in ore.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of Tequil the Brave, when he was about to save his brother Remak. According to the story, we should be right around... let Paimon see... Tequil prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths.
Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry.
Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nechka? Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... huh? Wait, what did the book say? Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up. But the ending in the older version is more interesting, even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely understand. Oh, wait! Nechka hasn't read the other ending. It's okay, just wait a bit and Paimon will read it out for you.
That's not true. Actually, I already know the other ending.
You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom, Miss Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely. It's a really happy ending.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight, but I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nechka a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry for her next birthday. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday. Where are we headed to next, Auntie?
Next, let's visit Apishpalan. He should be close by. Stay close, Nechka. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apishpalan.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli? I'll give you a discount like usual.
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that? Tlazoli sure has connections.
She was once our name engraver and did a lot for the tribe. It's only fair that I offer her a discount.
Thank you for your generosity. I've finished repairing your Blasium inscription. Here, have a look. Come on, Nechka, say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about this? Go ahead and pick anything you'd like from the store. Think of it as a gift from me.
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you. If you don't feel like it, you can also let your mom choose for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nechka. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're always very durable. I always come here to buy things if I find myself in a pinch. Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors? I remember seeing a few different styles.
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back. Let me bring some out for you to pick.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that Nachka would like. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes Shalone dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff.
I won't run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? Tequila, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nichka? Which character do you like?
I like Remak.
Oh, the one who was possessed by Quatlique, but never forgot his brother Tequil. He was also an amazing character. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Quatlique in the final battle. Of course, a story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nachka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Rima, and Paimon will be Tequil, okay?
Miss Traveler, can I play the role of Quatlique?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Remak and took on his appearance. Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Quatlique was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go on ahead and say your favorite lines, Nachka. Paimon's read both versions, so she'll be able to play along.
My favorite line is the one from the end. It's...
Come here, Nachka. Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something up for Nachka. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nachka?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Shilonen has dragged Tlasoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for now. Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nachka be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
Oh, it's you two. The party's over, I'm guessing?
You knew about that?
Of course. Everyone in Natlan is rooting for you. Shilonen is working on the last part of your ancient name. It's best not to bother her when she's in the zone. Your name is a special case. There were quite a few headaches along the way, which slowed the I told Shilonen if we hurry, we might make it to the feast in time to snag the last round of barbecue. I was just teasing, but she gave it some serious thought, nodded, and really hit the ground running after that. It's like my joke lit a fire under her or something.
Sounds like she really wanted that barbecue.
Yeah, it's a favorite in her tribe. I bet she still hasn't realized the feast is already over.
Wait, should we go make some for her then?
I appreciate the thought, but there's no need. I can tell what time it is. The light outside is a dead giveaway. Besides, I knew it was a joke, but we were having a serious conversation at the time, so I decided to give a serious response. Well, anyway, I have something more important to show you. Here, take a look.
Wow, it's your ancient name!
Tumaini, a name surfaced from the very bottom of the River of Souls. It means hope.
A light to guide us through the darkness. Like the stars or the moon. It's a perfect fit.
Amazing! Does this name come with a cool chant like the others?
Of course, but that'll come later. The Traveler is the first bearer of this name. Those words will emerge naturally during her journey. Once you return triumphant from the battle, I'm sure you will have fully understood why the Lord of the Night chose this name for you.
Well, getting this name turned out to be easier than Paimon was expecting.
It all came down to the Lord of the Night's power. This situation is the first of its kind. Heck, I doubt we'll ever get a chance like this again.
Imagine receiving that much help from the Lord of the Night only for our most trusted engraver to fail. That would have been so embarrassing for humanity.
Well, success was never a question. You just like to make things seem dramatic. It's all those novels you read.
Hey, it's not like I wanted you to fail. When you've been alive as long as me, you learn that anything can happen.
Okay, it all worked out in the end.
Your name was successfully forged, and it passed all my technical tests. But there's still one more step. We need to make sure the name has accepted you, and will function normally in your possession.
An Outlander has never received an ancient name before. I wouldn't be surprised if something equally unprecedented happens when you connect to it.
So you're saying it's still too early to celebrate? Well, when it comes to something this important, we can't leave anything to chance. Let's run this final test.
Oh, don't worry, the process is simple. We can find a quiet place to test it out after dinner. Basically, I need to observe whether your soul can connect to the ley lines, and make sure there are no signs of rejection.
Last time, you essentially barged into the Night Kingdom, but now we must make sure that it will truly accept you. Just leave it to me. I'm a professional.
Oh, and you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back.
Huh? It wasn't destroyed?
If forging an ancient name consumed the memories used to create it, the first person to bear the name with the Pilgrim's Chronicle is still the most significant proof of your adventures in Natlan.
No need to make a fuss. Let's go eat. I'm starving.
Come on, I'll take you to my favorite barbecue place.
Barbecue. See? I knew you couldn't resist.
Oh, well, I forgot to mention, the place has top-tier alcohol as well.
Well, what are we waiting for? Hop to it, people!
Is something on your mind, Sweet Lolly? You barely had anything to drink at dinner.
I didn't think anything could shake me at this age. But the closer we get to the final battle, the more worried I feel. You have an ancient name now, but the Oath of Resurrection only takes effect if you win. And the Pyro Archon's fate is pointing toward death. I believe in you. And thank you. Your words mean a lot.
All right, I'm ready. Oh, is, something wrong?
No, not at all. Sweet Lolly just ate too much.
Yes, that's right. So I should really walk it off. Come on, let's run the final test.
All right, let's finish this fast. Hip.
So long as the audience thinks...
All set, Shilonen?
Yeah, just need to check one more thing, and... Yeah, okay, we're good.
All right, I'll stand next to you and monitor your connection to the ley lines. It shouldn't take long, but you need to look out for one thing. This test relies on the same principles as the Spirit Speaker Stone. I heard about what happened when you used it last time.
Oh, yeah. Abyssal power kept surging out. If Chaska hadn't destroyed the stone, Vichama would have been consumed by the abyss.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. All this time, our final foe has continued to corrode the ley lines from the depths of the Night Kingdom. Your resistance to its power is remarkable, but you need to tell me if anything feels wrong. If either of us notices something off, the test ends. Got it? Don't worry, I'll use elemental power to take care of that. This isn't exactly a picnic in the park, but everyone knows you never leave trash behind. Shilonen, I'm ready to start. Paimon, give us a little more space.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
Whoa, that light is beautiful! It's exactly like when we used the Spirit Speaker Stone!
Your connection to the ley lines looks good. I can sense the Lord of the Night. Your soul is remarkable. Such a strong presence. Even on par with the Lord of the Night. Looks like the Lord of the Night has accepted this name and acknowledged you as its bearer. No surprise there, considering we only got this far because of her. Stable connection to the ley lines, no unexpected fluctuations, both good signs. How do you feel, Traveler?
Then it looks like your ancient name is good to go. That's great news.
Wait, look, something's coming!
No need to panic, Paimon. The damage to the ley lines has allowed these soul-like beings to leak out onto the surface. It's just because of the ritual. It makes it so that everyone can see them. I know they look like ghosts, but it shouldn't last long. Although, there shouldn't be this many.
Home. This way.
Shilonen, stop the test! We've already confirmed what we came here for!
Got it.
What's going on?
I see. It wasn't just escaped souls. The ritual attracted all the souls in the surrounding area.
Surrounding area?
The Night Kingdom is getting weaker by the day, especially in its capacity to accept souls. After death, many souls fail to return to the ley lines. Once a soul becomes lost, it can never return to the Night Kingdom. Lost souls can only wander listlessly, gradually fading from existence before disappearing entirely.
Please, take me back. I cannot disappear.
So the connection we established to the Night Kingdom, that's what drew them here?
Yes. The Traveler's soul is powerful, so the echoes coming back from the Night Kingdom were loud and strong. Some of these souls never made it to the ley lines. Others escaped from the Night Kingdom, and even more don't come from Natlan. Complicated doesn't even begin to describe it.
So, they've always been around? We just couldn't see them most of the time?
We can try. Returning souls to the ley lines usually requires a complex ritual, but we don't have time for that, and neither do they. That's exactly why my people turned to vessels like Auroron. He has a remarkable ability to perceive souls. Even after the failed ceremony, he made it his mission to travel around Natlan and return as many souls as possible. But most of the time, having the ability to perceive souls means watching them wither in agony. Completely powerless to stop it.
So you're saying there will always be those that we can't save?
That's right. But saving some is still better than saving none at all. After all, souls that disappear can never be reborn. That has to be true loneliness. The knowledge that you've been abandoned by the world, even in death.
Yeah, we should try to save whoever we can! Vichama, is that you?
Oh, I know you. I didn't think we would meet again, especially like this. Using the Spirit Speaker Stone meant so much to me. Thank you, Citlali. I finally had the chance to say that in person.
Enough of that. What happened to you?
Wait, you're from the Scions of the Canopy? During the battle, your tribe was...
It's okay. The battle finally gave me the chance to fulfill my dream. Back then, I missed my chance at the Night Warden Wars. I wasn't about to let that happen twice. I scouted the location and direction of the attacks, so I could tell Chief Wyna the safest way to evacuate. Those with grappling hooks escaped through the air. Everyone else banded together on the ground to break through the front. But people needed information, so I stayed behind until the very end.
Oh, you're a true hero.
Thank you, but that's not why I did it. I did it for the future of my tribe and the future of Natlan. The battle gave me back my sense of purpose. That's all I wanted. And anyway, I was supposed to see Malco again. I thought we would witness Natlan's rebirth together. But the Night Kingdom rejected me.
Even though you're a hero of Natlan? How could that happen?
I'm sorry. The Lord of the Night didn't do it on purpose, I can promise you that. The ley lines are in terrible shape. Even the Ode of Resurrection is no longer working like it should.
I know. She can't help it, right? I get it. It just feels like fate is mocking me. Even in death, I won't ever get to be with Malco again.
No, it hasn't been long since the battle. The door to the Night Kingdom should still be open to you. Give me some time. I'll think of something.
Is that even possible?
It doesn't matter. I have to try. A hero of Natlan deserves a better fate than this.
This feeling. Is this the Night Kingdom?
Looks like this method worked on you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. People don't always have the nicest things to say about you, but shows what they know.
That's a given. I hope you come back to us soon, Vichama.
If I may, what about the others? Can you save them too?
We're sorry.
Don't apologize. You're doing everything you can. This isn't anyone's fault. Let this land bear witness to my final wish for this world. From now on, may every soul in Natlan find haven and home.
I promise you, Vichama. I will not abandon the ley lines to their fate.
Thank you. People like you are the true heroes. Goodbye.
Let me go back. Please, my child is waiting for me.
I'm so...
Nothing you can do? Oh, is this the punishment I deserve? Home. Here. Home.
She's one of the souls that overflowed from the Night Kingdom. She can no longer go back there.
Home. Home.
We're sorry. If there was anything we could do...
Home.
She's at her limit. Just getting here has taken all her strength.
Let me go back. Let me go.
The Night Kingdom isn't responding. That means its doors are closed.
I fought my entire life. I believed the Lord of the Night would.
I'm sorry. The lane lines are overwhelmed, and the Lord of the Night has no strength left.
Me. Who am I? Does it even matter who I am?
Of course you matter! Wait!
Absolute helplessness. That's what he felt in his final moments. I could sense it. I'm sorry.
Save me!
Don't worry. I can help you. Just hold on.
The Night Kingdom. Thank you. Oh, you must be from the Masters of the Night Wind. Would you tell me your name, kind soul?
Seat Lolly.
Seat Lolly. What a beautiful name. Dazzling, just like the stars in the sky.
I can't disappear!
It hasn't been long since he died. I can still try to save him.
I can't. I can't.
Watch out, Sea Lolly! The Abyss is corrupting him!
Disappearing. You are.
I'm sorry. The Abyss has corrupted his soul from the inside. Even if we could send him back to the Night Kingdom, it would only make the situation worse.
I know. If we were just a little quicker, we could have stripped away its power. But it's too late. Let's go check on the others.
Oh no! Saurian souls can be affected too?
Their souls are still intact. I should be able to help them.
Hold on! Is that...
That's right. I recognize him, and the two souls next to him should be his grandparents. Kachina told me about what happened. Well, it all makes sense now. Io could barely sleep or eat because he sensed the presence of his grandparents.
That must be why he looks so happy right now. They're finally reunited.
When was the last time Io slept?
From what Kachina said, it's been a while. He hasn't been doing so hot lately. But now that he's seen his grandparents again, he looks completely at ease.
Kachina's taken me to meet Io before. He's always been such an energetic little Saurian. If he didn't want to sleep, even his parents couldn't make him. But whenever his grandparents started to sing to him, he would fall asleep in no time. I think it's a song from when Io's father was a baby, or even before then.
That's amazing! Io was so restless earlier, and now he's completely calm! Io can finally get a good night's sleep. Still, it's not like this can go on forever.
No, their time is running out. I have to send them back to the Night Kingdom before it's too late.
What's wrong with them? They got super angry all of a sudden.
They don't want to go.
I know you don't want to leave Io, but you can't stay here. You're running out of time. If you don't go back to the Night Kingdom now, you'll disappear in a few days.
They've made their position clear. We want to stay by his side, no matter what. We should respect their decision.
I don't want to leave them to that fate. But if this is what they want, then I can't separate them.
What fate? You mean like the other lost souls?
Yes. They will gradually fade away, painfully and slowly, until nothing is left. But that is their choice. For the next few days, at least Io will get a good night's sleep.
That's the only way to prevent more souls from suffering the same fate. Once all traces of abyssal power are removed from the Night Kingdom, the Pyro Archon will restore the ley lines. That's the final step of our plan.
So we're not just fighting for the living, but for the dead too.
What dream?
Oh yeah! You said the captain had a bunch of these kinds of souls with him. Maybe they're looking for a home too. But it's impossible for Conrians to enter the Night Kingdom, right? Although it wouldn't be the first time the captain tried to do the impossible.
Even in its fully functional state, the Night Kingdom can't accept foreign souls. It's completely isolated from the ley lines of other nations. In theory, that means Conrian souls shouldn't be drawn to the presence of the Night Kingdom. Something strange is going on.
One thing's for sure. It seems like the captain wants to help these souls.
Well, he usually keeps his cards close to his chest. If we want to know what he's up to, we just have to wait for him to act. Anyway, let's focus on the final battle. That's the most important thing right now.
I will. Good or bad, happy or cruel, we always have to face the truth. Reality doesn't change just because we choose not to face it.
I just wish I could have done more. So many souls, and I could barely help. I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. None of this was your fault.
I guess you're right. If we want to end this, we have to tackle the root of the problem. The ley lines.
It's just another reason why this battle is so important. Traveler, before you set off, remember to give your ancient name to the Pyro Archon. She will introduce it to our people and explain its meaning. And then, the rest is up to you.
And don't forget, we're all cheering for you! The day of the final battle is here. Time to go to the state. You can do it, Traveler.
The Pyro Archon is waiting for you inside.
The sacred flame is even brighter than usual.
I don't think I'll ever forget this day.
On behalf of all who never lived to see this moment.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon, you're here. Ah, judging by the confident look on your face, I assume your ancient name is complete?
Yep, it's good to go. Shilonen specifically reminded us to show it to you.
To Miney. Yes, that fits you perfectly.
Is that an ancient name?
I heard this is the first time we forged an ancient name for an Outlander. Seems like it was a success. What's engraved on it?
Looks like my people are just as curious about this name. Traveler, Paimon, join me over here. As you can see, I am holding the Traveler's ancient name. With this name, the Wyab entrust to her a monumental task, and this land binds us as kin. Tumaini. That is her name. Like starlight amid the darkness, flames amid the cold, it means hope.
Tumaini.
Hope. After all these endless years of fighting, we finally found it, haven't we?
Ever since the invasion of the Abyss and the decline of the ley lines, the Ode of Resurrection has protected us for thousands of years. For generations we have lived on this land, following in the footsteps of our forebears, taking their place on the front lines. We all carry that struggle with us. And now, thanks to your efforts, the end is in sight. We have a chance to defeat the Abyss once and for all. This glory is one we share. It belongs to all of Natlan!
For Natlan!
For Natlan! Our suffering will not soon be forgotten. But there will come a day when we can proudly declare to our progeny that this war is won! For our fallen heroes, our lifelong comrades, and all who forge the path ahead through trial and tribulation. For our homeland, we will claim victory! In Natlan, no one fights alone!
No one fights alone!
To battle! We're here. I'm sure you're familiar with the site of the Night Kingdom by now. The corrosion here is relatively mild, so this is our last pit stop. Once we set off, we must destroy our final enemy as soon as possible. Otherwise, no amount of resistance to abyssal corrosion will save us from contamination.
So there's no turning back after this, huh? After you left, Paimon started to be able to see this place. It's a mystery to Paimon, too.
The sacred flame is connecting us. The moment it sent us here, it made sure your consciousness could reach us. But still, you can go no further. The Abyss also has the power to corrupt the mind, so once we venture deeper, it must be alone. But, while we're still here, I believe some of your friends may wish to say a few words. True, but there's time enough to say goodbye. Come find me when you're ready to set off. I'll explain the next step of the plan.
A revelation came to me in a dream, and I shared it with my tribe. You are the star that will shine through the mist. The spirits bless your journey.
From this day forward, plants will sprout because of you. Insects will take flight after you, and all will turn to your will. I disagree. The land of Natlan nurtures life, but the Abyss knows only destruction.
Natlan is also a land of memories and legends. I live longer than humans, and in all that time, I've learned what life and death mean to people. The dead draw solace from the living, and the living push forward in honor of the dead. In life and death, We all leave marks on this world. We cannot let them be reduced to nothing. Yes. Thank you for joining this fight. I'll wait for your safe return.
May the skies forever be clear and bright, and may we always be free to spread our wings and soar. For this wish, the Flower Feather Clan gathers here today.
War is a heavy burden, and still, we never stopped moving forward. Long-awaited peace is now within reach. You have the opportunity to set that future in motion. I'll be rooting for you. Oh, and Koya heard about the battle, so she's here too. We both had to make a difficult choice about family. But after our adventure together, we finally let go of our differences, and she came to understand my attachment to human society.
Hi, bud.